Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome to another Pygame tutorial from Harrison to Bucky in the New Boston and to you guys. So where we left off, we centered our text, and we're still going to make some more changes to our text, don't worry. But now we have another issue, sort of, and that is that, well, let's be honest, we're using this ugly just blocks for everything. And that's not real. I mean, it's still the whole like fundamental aspect of the game is, working. But the aesthetics suck. So the next thing I want us to change is I want us to make our snake a little more look like a snake. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a sprite for the head of our snake. And so instead of the head of our snake being a block, it's an image that we've created. And then later on we can modify that image so when we turn and stuff, the snake's head will turn and all of that. And we can do all kinds of really neat stuff. So that's what we're going to be starting to do in this video. So the very first thing we have to do is, first of all, we know we want to add a head to the snake. And we're just going to replace the block, right? And so the way that we're going to kind of go about doing that is, first of all, the block size is 20. So what we can do is that we know that first block is a 20 by 20. So let's make a 20 by 20 image of a snake head. So what I'm going to use, I'm on Windows, so I'm going to use Microsoft Paint. If you're on Mac, Macs have a lot more fancier options than I do. And if you're on Linux, I don't even know what you would use if you're on Linux. I've never used any image editing, but find something, or you can go online and find a cartoon snake head and just resize it to 2020. Just make sure at the base it's 20. But anyway, I'm going to try it in Paint. So let me open up Paint, and then I'm going to show you guys, at least you Windows users, how you can convert it to have a transparent background as well. So right now our game actually has a white background, so it's not the biggest deal. But generally you want to use images that have transparent backgrounds, simply because when they cross over things, if you have a white background, you'll get that white block out of it, and it looks ugly. So in Microsoft Paint, I'll actually do this for now. And you want to go to resize, and then for pixels choose 20, and then it'll be 20 by 20. So now we're just going to make a quick 20 by 20. I'm holding control and zooming in, by the way. So for our snake head, we just use green, and in fact, actually, we defined green up here as 0, 155, 0. So instead of just straight up green, I'm going to go to Edit Colors, and we're going to do 0, 155, and 0. So it's an identical match to our snake head. And now I'm going to just draw our snake. So a snake has, it looks, I don't know, kind of like this as a head. And we'll just do this on the same side like that. Cool. So that's our snake head. And then we can get this, fill it in. And then snakes have, like a little slithery tongue. So we'll add the tongue here. And it goes off into a V like that. And then snakes have eyes, and they have little beady eyes usually, so we'll just have a little itty bitty eye like that, and a little itty bitty eye oh my goodness, let's just copy and paste this. So we're gonna align it just so. So there's a snake head, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna fix our tongue real quick. It's driving me nuts to not be balanced. So that's an okay snake head. We can zoom out a little bit, and this is probably what it's going to look like. Decent enough. Cool. So we have a snake head. Now what we're going to want to do is go File, Save, and then save it in the directory that we're coding in. I happen to be coding in Bucky Pygame tutorial, and I'm going to save this as snakehead 2. I already made one, so I'll just call it snakehead 2. And that's it. We'll close that. And then now what we want to do, if you're on Windows again, is if you want a transparent background, it's kind of hard on Windows. On Mac, I know it's really easy, and on Linux, I don't know what you would use. Again, you don't have to make a transparent background, but if you're on Windows, or if you're on Mac OS, you probably know how to do it. And if you're on Windows, the program I would recommend is GIMP. So I'm going to open up GIMP now, and as soon as I find it here. So I'm going to open up GIMP and show you guys really quickly how you can use GIMP to give yourself a transparent background on images. Honestly, the only time I ever even use GIMP is for Pygame and making transparent backgrounds. for the most part. So once you've got GIMP open, just go File, Open, and you want to open that image. Again, mine's in Desktop, Bucky, and then we did Snakehead 2. So this is our image, and then you can go to Colors, and then Color to Alpha, and then you see here Preview, and it says just the default is white. So you don't have to do anything at this point, and just hit OK. Boom, you have a transparent background. Now go File and Export As. I'm just going to overwrite it. You can change it if you want, and then we'll export, replace, export, done. So now we've converted that. I'm not going to save those changes. I don't really need to do that. And now we're able to actually incorporate our Snakehead into our Pygame. So before this one gets too long, I think we'll just cut it off here and we'll go into the next tutorial and actually bring in our snake's head. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.